Renowned for their reputation for appreciable contribution to civilization, Egypt has not rested on its laurels. In the past half a century, Egypt has experienced remarkable progress in the provision of infrastructure in all areas, including transportation, telecommunication, power generation, and water and sanitation. Judging from an international perspective, Egypt has achieved an infrastructure status that closely corresponds to what could be expected given its national income level. The nation is currently relishing a fast-paced growing economy and doesn't appear to slow down anytime soon, particularly with its ambitious drive towards infrastructural development. According to Africa Construction Report in 2019 by Deloitte, Egypt has most of the mega construction projects in Africa with about 49 multi-billion ongoing construction projects in the country. The construction sector in Egypt shown strength in the last 10 years. The sector is projected to grow 9% on average between 2021 to 2025. This growth will be driven mainly by active public-private partnerships and green building expansion to increase energy efficiency and high-end infrastructure. The real estate sector has always been considered as a safe haven investment for most Egyptians as it has maintained value and even increased. The Egyptian government is a massive investor in the construction sector. For example, the government of Egypt is building a massive new administrative capital, upgrading airports, ports, and transportation networks, and has plans to build up to 14 new smart cities throughout the country. In this video, we will present the 10 most incredible mega construction projects in Egypt. Before we continue, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our exciting future videos. So without further delays, here are the 10 most incredible mega projects in Egypt. Number 10. Concentrated solar power plants. Plans to design and implement concentrated solar power plants as well as engineer its component locally in Egypt has been set to motion in a partnership between Smart Engineering Solutions and the Ministry of Military Production. The sustainable energy project has been projected to cost a sum of $1.2 billion and will include 5 CSP plants, constructed in phases. The CSP power plants will have a total capacity of 250 megawatts and 50 megawatts each, with $1.25 billion investment, as each station costs around $250 million. The Egyptian state will not bear the burdens for the implementation of these projects, since up to 70% of the financing will be from international bodies and 10 to 15% will be from local banks. Number 9. Capital Med City. Once completed, the Capital Med Medical City will stand out as the largest medical city in the Middle Eastern region. The colossal medical city represents an international medical complex envisioned to be developed on a total land space of 110 acres. It is located across Greater Cairo, 10 minutes away from New Capital, with direct accessways to freeways and road networks. Capital Med forms the heart and pulse of medical complexes in the Middle East and North Africa region, and therefore aims to provide excellent healthcare services, medical education, research, and training across all medical specialties. The construction of the 2,000-bed capacity facility has been estimated to cost close to $1.3 billion, will provide between 10,000 and 13,000 job possibilities, and will have a maximum construction timeline of 5 years. Number 8. New Alamein City and Residential Skyscrapers. New Alamein City is set to accommodate 5 residential skyscrapers reportedly at a cost of $1.9 billion. China State Construction Engineering Corporation is responsible for the construction of the residential towers on the northern coast of the Mediterranean after agreeing on a deal with Egypt's New Urban Communities Authority. The buildings will be located about 90 kilometers from the shores of Alexandria and will overlook an artificial lake. 4 out of the 5 edifices are set for a completion date of 39 months after commencement and will comprise a 200-meter height with a 320,000 square meter base. The other one will be completed in 45 months after construction starts and will be a 250-meter tower with a base of 465,000 square meters, rendering it larger than the others. New Alamein City is a new smart city in northwest Egypt, inaugurated by Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi on 1 March 2018. It lies on the Mediterranean Sea, approximately 85 kilometers west of Borg El Arab International Airport. Still under construction, New Alamein was conceived by the Egyptian government as a center for tourism, education, and government. The cost of Phase 1 of construction of the New Alamein city, which is 202 million square meter area, is estimated at $1.3 billion. The construction of the $1.9 billion 5 residential skyscrapers is set to complement the expansion of the new smart city in Egypt. Number 7. Tahrir Petrochemical Complex. The Tahrir Petrochemical Complex is an extravagant complex that aims to operate ethylene cracker at 1.5 million tons per year and a 1.4 million tons per year capacity polyethylene complex, with products such as propylene, polypropylene, hexene, benzene, and styrene also being produced. The complex will exhaust a ground space of 5 million square meters in the Suez Special Economic Development Zone. Carbo Holdings are responsible for the construction of the sophisticated edifice, which has been estimated to cost a total of $6.7 billion and seeks to be Egypt's largest petrochemical project. Once completed, it is projected that the Tahrir Petrochemical Complex will be the largest naphtha cracker plant in the world and create about 48,000 jobs, meanwhile, providing essential services in the domestic and international markets. Initial projections forecasted the completion of the project in 2017, however several factors have forced delays with its construction. In 2020, the Egyptian Petrochemicals Holding Company signed a cooperation agreement with the American company, Bechtel Group, for the implementation of the project, as confirmed by the country's Ministry of Petroleum. Number 6. October Oasis. Earning a reputation as one of the mega infrastructural projects in Egypt due to its lofty construction cost of $8.5 billion, the October Oasis stands out as a strategic urban developmental project built in with high, middle and low-income residential housing units located in the Giza Governorate, some 32 kilometers outside of Cairo. The city bears its name in remembrance of the 1973 Arab-Israeli conflict waged on 6 October 1873. It is an initiative propelled by the New Urban Communities Authority at the Ministry of Housing. Number 5. Tahya Misra Bridge. The strategic infrastructural development plans of Egypt were augmented via the construction of the widest cable-stayed bridge. The Tahya Misra is a world record-setting bridge, constructed with the purpose to allay traffic congestion in the capital and heart of Egypt's capital, Cairo. Built in inclusion to the Rod El Farag project, the construction of the gigantic bridge was awarded to Egyptian-based Arab contractors and the Engineering Authority in the Armed Forces in 2016. The Tahya Misra employed the services of 400 engineers, technicians and construction labor force for its construction. The project cost is estimated to be about $9.6 million. The bridge, which was officially inaugurated in May last year, is the world's widest bridge and possesses a length of 17.2 kilometers in both ways and width, which fluctuates between 48 meters 67.3 meters. The viaduct connects the urban areas in northern and eastern Cairo to western Cairo, meanwhile lessening the commuting time over the Nile. Number 4. Hurghada, Luxor, High-Speed Rail. The Hurghada, Luxor, High-Speed Rail is a 1,700-kilometer bullet-speed rail system, which will be constructed between a partnership trio of the Egyptian construction firm, Orascom Construction, Arab contractors and Germany's Siemens Mobility. This was after signing a concessionaire with the Egyptian National Authority for Tunnels. The high-speed rail is estimated to cost a total of $23 billion, with the first line linking Ain Sakna, found on the Gulf of Suez, to El Alamein on the Mediterranean, through the new administrative capital on a 460-kilometer line. The first phase has been labeled with a $3 billion construction cost, with a project completion date scheduled at 2023. This phase would incorporate a passenger and freight operation system. The multiple-line high-speed train is estimated to have a maximum speed of 250 km per hour, which will make it the second fastest train in Africa, after the Moroccan Al Borag train, which operates at a maximum speed of 320 km per hour. According to Egypt's Minister of Transport, Kamal El Wazir, soil research and surveying has been completed, the route planning and work is underway in the implementation of bridges and industrial works for the track, as well as stations and fences by major Egyptian companies specialized in these fields, in addition to industrial works on roads intersecting with the train track. The second phase linked the port of Alexandria to the port of Matrao Gargan, whilst the third and fourth phases will network Hurghada and Safag with Luxor and 6 October City to Luxor and Aswan respectively. Number 3. Daba Nuclear Power Plant. Vision to be built to emulate Russia's Leningrad nuclear power plant, which supplies 50% of the energy demand of St. Petersburg and the Leningrad region. With a nuclear power generation capacity of 4,200 megawatts, the Daba nuclear power plant will be installed with a 4,800 megawatts nuclear power capacity and 4 VVER 1200 reactors, thereby enhancing Egypt's reputation as the only nation in Africa with a Generation 3+ reactor. The project will lie about 130 kilometers to the northwest of Cairo, at El Daba, Matrao Governorate, and will be the first of its kind to be structured in Egypt. The $29 billion massive utility will be constructed Jerusalem and will receive 85% of its financing in the form of a state loan from Russia, with a payback duration of 13 years and an annual 3% interest rate. Egypt will provide the remaining 15% in the form of installments. According to Amjad Al-Wakil, the chairman of Egypt's Nuclear Power Plants Authority, a permit is expected to be issued for construction of the Daba nuclear power plant site in the second half of 2021. In November 2015, Egypt and Russia signed an initial agreement under which Russia will build and finance Egypt's first nuclear power plant. The deal came closer when in December 2017, preliminary contracts for the construction of 4 VVER 1200 units were signed in the presence of Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi and Russian President Vladimir Putin. Number 2. Citygate Project. An all-inclusive integrated community located about 30 kilometers southeast of Egypt's capital, Cairo. Consuming a land area of about 2,100 acres, the self-reliant community will merge a contemporary urban setting into a terrain of beautiful greenery and will encompass top-rated hotels, extravagant villas and residential units, educational and healthcare facilities, entertainment facilities, and a host of sports complexes. The city will be constructed in 2 phases, with the first phase estimated to cost $54 billion for construction. Meanwhile, the second phase will facilitate the construction of 439 residential apartments. The project, which has been delayed since 2016 due to a dispute between supposed developers, Qatari Dyer Real Estate Investment and the New Urban Communities Authority in Egypt, was resolved earlier this year after a final agreement and approval was announced, making way for the project to start soon. Number 1. Egypt's new administrative capital. The new administrative capital, which has been under construction since 2015, is a reformative initiative which forms an integral component of Egypt's Vision 2030. The new city is located about 45 kilometers to the east of Cairo, sitting beyond the second Greater Cairo Ring Road. The city is schemed to assume the role of the nation's new administrative and financial capital and has the main government, foreign embassies, and ministerial departments built in. Once completed, the new administrative capital would be capable of accommodating 7 million people, solving the chronic congestion issue in current capital Cairo. It is planned that the transfer of the country's parliament, presidential palaces, government ministries and foreign embassies will be completed between 2022 and 2023. A full cost of the city is estimated at $58 billion and upon completion will be the most beautiful city in Africa. China State Construction Engineering Corporation, Arab contractors, Wadi El Nile for contracting and real estate investments and Egyptian-Spanish Alliance are the companies currently in charge of the construction. If you enjoyed this video and would like to get more from a definitive information about trends and mega constructions projects in Africa, subscribe to the New Africa channel so you don't miss out on any of our future videos.